Got 5 people in the building already. We waiting. All right, let's get it. Yes. Yes, 2 times. I know the vibes though. She like, ooh la la, ah wee wee. Ooh la la, ah wee wee. She go, ooh la la, ah wee wee. They like, ooh la la, ah wee wee. Okay, ooh la la, ah wee wee. She like, ooh la la, ah wee wee. They go, ooh la la, ah wee wee. She like, ooh la la. Looking for Ams like I lost a friend. Hop up out the bed like, where's the bread? What it do, people? You're now tuned in. Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling. Back up in here one more again. So if it's your first time, then the question really is, where you been? Over here, we like to deal with sports, hip-hop, entertainment, interviews, sometimes Popovisms 101, and motivation. I definitely got mines in today. If that sound like something you can rock with, then before you diddy to the left and hit stage left, go ahead, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, smash that notification bell so when I upload the videos, you get alerted. You get alerted when I upload the videos, and if it's not your first time and you've been rocking with the channel, good looking. But you know how I do. You know how I start the show. Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. We in the end game, folks. We in the end game. First, because Boston tied the series. That's number 1. 2-2. Jimmy Butler. A whole Miami team had a subpar game. And Boston came out and did not tell you not to. Right. Did not tell you not to. Oh, shout out to Melinda, too. Even though she ain't subscribed yet. She like, I guess you could tell that's why I'm woo-woo-woo. Because I don't know what's going on with sports Saturday night when we was hanging out celebrating more life. Also, quick shout out to my homegirl, Rena, Harlem Stand Up. She another new subscriber. She like, of course, I be on YouTube all day. You know I'm a support. Send me a link and all that. I'm like, all right, good looking. But we in the end game because I ran across this story and pretty much I got my views and my opinions, and I'm going to let you hear that in a minute. I mean, I wrote a story. Want to hear about it? Here you go. But I want to know what y'all think. I mean, especially the ladies. Like, where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? This is in reference to y'all, you know, y'all parenting, whether it's good parenting, bad parenting. And it also shows, I won't say the dynamic, because that's the wrong what I'm trying to convey. What I want to say, it shows the parenting styles, I would say, and the contrast. That's the word I'm looking for. It shows the contrasting styles between a mother and how a father would do things. And it's not to say one is right or the other. Obviously, you know, just for the mere fact that one is man, one is woman, you're going to do things a little different because you're wired a little different and you see things a little different. Some things may be done the same. And I spoke about this in the other video, right? When it comes to, you know, ladies, mothers, single mothers, that is, mostly, and what they allow their, you know, their girl child, you know, their girl children, the daughters, what's cool and acceptable on social media, what's not cool and acceptable on social media, clothing, what's the appropriate age, and things of that nature. And then you hear Diddy, you know what I mean, on when he got on the Ellen DeGeneres show, and he like 14, 15, he like, oh, they're not having no boyfriends, they're not dating, they're not doing certain things. And then when you read in the comments on some of these channels, because y'all know, right, I be running through these YouTube streets, running through these YouTube alleyways, and they should have never, you know what I mean, they should have never let me in. That's what I mean. You hear a lot of the women, or you see in the comments, in the comment section, I'm always in the comment section, a lot of the women is saying that it's cool at 14. And if they're not saying it's cool, they're saying like y'all being naive. You know how what you was doing. You know, this is for people of a certain age, obviously. You know, I mean, I'm in '90s, come up in the '90s, so you know what I mean. I was a teenager shaking my ass and running around these New York streets doing dumb shit, and the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. And I definitely can attest because I spoke about this in the other video. As far as play tag you it, what is really play tag, you trying to get your hump on. So you running through Delano, you running through the Dunbar, you and how you know when you coming out in the public school and shit to go to the bathroom, you're experimenting and you're becoming curious. So yes, I do agree 100%. At these ages, 14, 15, you do start to develop interest for the opposite sex or even the same sex. You got to add that in now. Dwayne Wade, you know what I mean? But is it right? That's really the question. Because we know what we was doing. And again, some of them in the comments like, y'all fronting if y'all act like y'all wasn't interested in boys. Talking to the ladies for the ones that they was, I guess, assuming was on a high horse and taking the high road. It was like, yeah, but you know what you was doing. You know you was trying to get your feels on. You know you was walking home from school, you know, staying a little after school to see that boy or to see that girl and get some attention. So again, I agree. However, is it right? Meaning, not is it right to have human experience or to start to get curious and say, oh, I like her. Or you pull a girl hair, but you really like her. And so you hear in the movies or you hear, you know, older people say, girl, he just pulling your hair because he like you. He ain't trying to be mean to you. He don't really know how to express that he like you. And again, we talking about kids. Although some of them is teens, they still kids. They don't know nothing about love and looking for love in all the wrong places. And that's why you fuck up and when you get your heart crushed young, you ready to, you know, I was about to say something I shouldn't have said, but you ready to hang it up, you know what I mean? So much and say, oh, like the commercial when it's an adopted kid and their parents are, she like, well, we just gonna take all his pictures down, and the girl's explaining to the step, you know, the foster mom that it's not physical pictures, that she like, I'm tagged in all of the pictures, it's online, and you know, it's showing the new era from the old era. They take the impact hard, and sometimes it can be devastating. But the point is, men and women, especially as a single, like if you raising a child and the father's not there, then you look, and I reference Boys in the Hood a lot, and you see how furious when Angela Davis, I mean not Angela Davis, Angela Bassett, not Angela Davis, thinking of Power to the People, Angela Bassett. When she brought him to Fury, like, you gotta take this child and woo, woo, woo. She couldn't raise him to be a man. So what did she do? She took him to his father so he can raise him to be a man. And that's what we should be doing if you separate it. Sometimes the dudes don't want nothing to do with the kids for whatever reason. Definitely not a good look. If you had him, even though you ain't want the kid, you got to be there for your kids. Let's be clear. That's my position. But anyway, I'm saying all this to say, what may be acceptable to some women, to some mothers, may not be acceptable. And I gave a few examples in a few videos, especially when it comes to the clothing. I was talking about the beads that certain women be wearing, grown women. What's the acceptable age? Still ain't hear no comments yet. Nobody hit me on the back line and say, oh, 12 is too young, or 13 is good, or 15 is good. But we talking about the beads that women wear around their waist. What age is acceptable for little girls, young girls to wear these things? And I was saying that one of my friends, who's a father, you know what I mean, definitely in his kid's life, all of them, it's unacceptable. But the moms don't make me not feel that way. So I was asking the ladies, what's acceptable? Nobody got back to me. So I just wanted to preference that before I get into this story. Now, this story right here is coming out of, I believe, Florida, and this other young lady by the name of Shakima Morris, and I guess she's on TikTok. She's a fashion designer. I don't know if she's a single baby moms or not. When I read the article, I didn't see nothing about the father, so I'm assuming maybe allegedly kind of sort of she is. And also because of what we're going to talk about. So this is the picture right here. A little baby boy. This is the picture of her, number one, first. So she all tatted up, you know what I mean? And she on TikTok. She on social media. She a fashion designer. She come out of Florida, Palms Beach, Florida. And while she taking a lot of flack, because y'all can't see it in this picture, because he don't have them. Let me blow it up a little bit so you can see. It's a little. I call the kids small boys and small girls. That's my little thing. No matter who you are, I may not know you know your name, but you're a small boy, you're a small girl. So a little small boy right here. You know what I mean? His name is Traylon. And pretty much like 1 year old. So what she started doing, she started putting fake tattoos on him. You know what I mean? And putting different type of designs on his body. Fake tattoos. So let's be clear. Not real tattoos. Obviously, I don't think no creditable tattoo parlor would do some shit like that. But this how he look now. You know what I mean? And this is why she's getting a lot of flack. He got an Instagram and all that. So you can see that she's trying to capitalize off of him and help boost her shit up. Now, I don't know if these are her clothes that he's wearing or whatever, but the story goes on to say he got like over 150 pairs of sneakers, even though he's a toddler, you know what I mean? And obviously, he's going to outgrow them shits. But this is how he look now. And this is some of the artwork. Is that good? Not blurry? Yeah, that's probably better right there. So you can see a little small boy, he chilling. And they fake tattoos, even though from afar, you may say, what the fuck is going on? They look real. Look like he got a little, look like a clock and a lion face in the middle of his chest. Yeah, that's what it looked like. A clock in the middle face. And a lion's face. Then on the leg, like another clock. I guess she's into clocks and lions and shit. Lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my. So let's read some of what this story is saying. You know what I mean? Just some of it, so y'all can get the backdrop of what the fuck they talking about. Tattooed, obsessed Marcus. Her whole body is tatted. And I ain't really got nothing against tats. Me personally, I don't got nothing on me. Not that I'm afraid of needles. I just went to the doctor and got a checkup last Wednesday and shit. All systems go. Yeah, kid. Let's get a yeah, kid for that. You know what I mean? Are you in good health? Did you check yourself lately? There's nothing wrong with tats, in my opinion. I mean, if you're a rapper, you know, if you're an entertainer, you know, something like that. If you I guess if you even a dancer, you know what I mean, for a small period of time. Obviously, when you get overzealous with it, like she got tattoos all over her whole body. If you don't make it in the field that you're going to make it in, this is what I tell people. Tell my nieces, nephews, little cousins and shit. If you don't make it in the field that you're trying to make it in, and you're not going to go the entrepreneur route where you don't have to depend on nobody to hire you. Like, let me see your resume. Let me check your online social media. Let me see a thing or two about you before we hire you to our company. Our company is reputable, and we don't want no fuck shit. That's why you hear a lot of flack, and you know, in the 90s and certain time when brothers got the dreads and all that, they make you cut your face, shave face. Even the Yankees, you know what I mean? Bronx, New York. Is New York in the house? Is Brooklyn? Yeah. Everybody in the house, the Bronx, they policy in the Yankees, you can't have a beard and all. That's why with the Coles, the pitcher that they got paid them 200 and something million. Oh, but you're gonna shave your face. Cause our organization, we do a little different over here. If you got tattoos all over your neck, coming out your ear, a little spider coming down, itsy bitsy spider, it's gonna be hard for people to take you serious at certain jobs. And maybe that stereotype of the tattoos is swaying a little bit, because like I told y'all last week also, in addition to going to get a checkup, also had to go to housing court. You know what I mean? Bum ass landlords and shit. They don't be wanting to do what they supposed to do. So when we was down there, one of the officers, it was a female. You know what I mean? Short haircut, tattoos all up in the arm and shit. I mean, she was white for whatever that means, and but you black, so you might be judged a little different. I'm not being funny, being dead ass, and that's just the way it is, whether you like it or not. You got to be real careful about the tattoos. Other than that, my thing is, if that's what you want to do, and that's you, go ahead and do you. You know what I mean? But shorty, she got wild tattoos. It says, mother is slammed for covering her 1-year-old baby in fake body art. As critic accuse her of being a bad mom. Is she a bad mom? Is she harming the baby? Is she not giving him a chance before, you know what I mean? Like before he get the chance to shine on his own shit. Is she stupid? Is she ignorant? Even though she, you know what I mean, trying to be a fashion designer, obviously boss chick model, and in that vein, I salute anybody that's don't want to work a regular 9 to 5, that's not scared of like, oh, I got to get this shit on commission, because I know what that's like. It's not easy, and it's not for everybody. So anybody that can get up every day and have to get on that phone, you know, and make cold calls and try to build, salute to you for not just going with the norm, like the go along, get along. Is she a bad mom? So Shamika Morris, a fashion designer from West Palm Beach, Florida, first started putting temporary tattoos on her son Traylon when he was just about 6 months old. She's 29, also covered the top from head to toe with fake tattoos, placing intricate body parts on his stomach, on his arms, on his back, and his legs. Although the tattoos are not real, many people online blasted Shamika for covering her taller with designs, with some branding her a bad mom. She says people have told her that Traylon is going to get shot down in the streets, or that she's raising him for prison. So is she grooming him? You know, I've heard of the pipeline from, you know, from the school to the prison system. I've actually took that route. You know what I mean? I don't think anybody set me up. I did what I did. I'm not one of those people that's like I was innocent. And although I'm an advocate for people that I met and people that I know that are innocent, you know, they get the same treatment. Whether you did it or you didn't do it, you're going to be on that same Yakisobi line. You're going to get the same treatment that somebody that's guilty did. So that's the unfortunate part. But I am familiar with the school to the prison pipeline. And it's a real crazy documentary when you watch that. It was on CNN, actually. She said, but the mom of one is not going to let her online haters stop her. So is she not going to be held accountable, or is it like, this is my life, like la 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 la, wait till like this is your life, you live yours? She not going to let the people stop her. She said, for the people that judge me, I don't care, because this is a lifestyle that we enjoy. A tattoo loving aunt. So what else they got about her? She often covers the top with who has become well known. Like I said, he on social media. In case you want to go check it out, his social media is Nugget World 561. You know what I mean? And cute little handsome little small boy. Again, for the people that's, you know what I mean? Little handsome small boy. But now let's get to, is she out of her fucking mind? First of all, I'm gonna say this is my opinion, but even though my opinion don't really matter, I want to know what the ladies think. Again, the online little clip that I seen, oh no, that was about Diddy and the age differential, when girls should be allowed to date, should you chaperone? And this goes to the thing what I was saying, like some people be like, well, I know my kids gonna smoke, so I'm gonna smoke with them. If they gonna fuck, I'd rather them fuck in my house. And some of the thinking is kind of really out of this world, but when you put the beat on, I'm not shocked and I'm not amazed. Is she a bad mother? I'm not gonna say she a bad mother in this sense. Do I think that's a bad decision? Do I think she could be a little clout chasing? Obviously, he got. Matter of fact, you know what? Let's do real quick. Let's see how many followers he got. Let's go to my Instagram page real quick. You know what I mean? Fuck it. Just real quick, you know what I mean? Nugget World. Nugget World. Let's see if he popped right up. Is he gonna pop right up? Oh, I spelled Nugget wrong with the I. It should be N. Nugget World. Let's see. Came right up. He must got a lot of followers. He got 54.7 followers. So small boy is that real deal. He got more followers than me. I've been in these social media streets for a long time now. And my shit is the real life. Like my channel, Pop Up His TV, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, smash the notification bell, so when I upload the videos, right, you get alerted. So this small boy right here, oh, he look like this small boy right here, he looking like a little he looking like what's the dude name? Kodak Black a little bit. With the braids, or the dreads. I gotta blow it up so y'all can see. No tattoos right there though. Actually, yeah, it looked like it was on his skin. So he litty in the city. I guess you're getting a lot of flack online for dressing him up. I mean, I think he look fly. I mean, that's what the women do, right? They put their kids on, you know what I mean, dress them up like they ex-boyfriends and baby fathers they can't stand, though they dress them up like them. And It's like a little doll playhouse and shit. But she is a designer, so I'm not gonna give her too much flack. But this is what I say. So now that we see that his social media is lit, you know what I mean? And there she say she got the public figure as the, you know what I mean? I think she trying to capitalize, just like fucking Kim Kardashian want to put Kanye kids even though he's famous. And a lot of women do this stuff. They put their little kids online, even though me personally, I don't have no kids from me. You know what I mean? I helped raise a couple of kids. I was stepdaddy, you know what I mean? And I played the role and you know, try to push them towards right. And I don't regret any of it. With that being said, if I have say in it, yeah, you could post your kids, you know what I mean? Like if you posting them and y'all together, y'all out, you showing them. But to give them a whole page and a whole profile, and especially the girls, it's a lot of pervs, and it's not just men no more. Because we know that, you know, the LGBTQ community is vast and wide now. So it's not just men scrolling and being pervert, you know what I mean, being pervish. It's women too. Don't make no mistake about it, and don't be fooled because they coming with a big butt and a smile and some boobies. Like, nah, there's some pervert bitches out there too. That's a Fendi fact. That's a fact. I wouldn't have a whole page dedicated to him. One, you're not no public figure. Now, I've seen pages where kids is boxing, so they into positive shit. They father's always there. They not toddlers. You see one skiing, so I think it's like an 8-year-old ski. She's super nice with skiing, and she want to be the best skier in the world. So you got a page for that. I just think certain pages, like when you try to let them be kids, like when you try to thrust them into being famous and being you know, widely recognized, you can see a lot of times even with people that are already famous because of their parents, and then you see the stories of, you know, growing up hip hop, which is shout outs to Dame and Master P for that show, etc. I was on one of them episodes too, by the way. Yeah, kid. Or you see, you know, how Will and Willow and Jalen and certain people that's famous, how they kids don't take well to being famous because they father or their mother is out of this world, a mega star. You see Michael Jackson, he tried to shield his kids because he know it's a lot of weirdos out there. It's a lot of overzealous people. It's a lot of people that could get riled up, and Bill O'Reilly, you only riling me up. You know, they want to dox you, follow where you at. They want to do shit. Then when people, you know, attack your kids or they put mean stuff on there, if you got young girls or young boys, they not ready for that. For instance, Dwayne Wade, and I did a few videos on, because as a man, I don't agree with what he's doing. That's not I can't say, yo, you got to do it this way, because that's that man, and that's you. And you can do what the fuck you want in your house, but I still can have an opinion just like everybody. And I can say, if those my kids, how I would do it. And the exploitation that I think that he's doing of his son, I don't think is right. Especially with the, you know, the whole community, and, you know, y'all know what I'm talking about, the, what was it, Thanksgiving, not Thanksgiving, Halloween, or what was it, how all these pagan holidays, right? Easter, and you tongue kissing, you know what I mean, and you a boy, but you want to be a girl, you kissing a girl that want to be a boy. It's quite confusing for you to remember the originator, right? It's confusing. And you be like, damn, what the fuck is going on? So I just think that exploitation is bad. And what I was saying is, now his son Zion is on social media now, and he's starting to see the comments. At 14, boy or girl, are they really equipped to what people could do? We see some whole grown adults that think they the boss chicks of the world, think they the baddest of the baddest, and they run the Badlands like they the king of the Badlands. Yet they get one little comment of about their ear, your forehead big, blocked, and they mad, and they feelings, and some of the insecurities start seeping through, and you say, oh, I see the chink in the armor. And people could be real vicious, especially women to other women, and I spoke about this, but men too. It's a whole lot of men show. You say something positive, here they come, try to flip it and bounce it and turn it into some whole negative bullshit. Adults that know that this is social media, that know it's plenty of trolls out there. Like, I wouldn't even be upset at all for some of the stuff that you see, because it's social media. It's a whole bunch of burner accounts. But my point is, are the kids equipped? Are they going to be able to handle that? Seeing people talk about you or your father or call you all type of derogatory terms. They internalize that. Now, if you don't believe me, you can go to the go watch the documentary on Netflix that I reference a lot, which is called The Social Media Dilemma, and it documents step by step, and it shows boys and girls how we are still learning, because this shit is still all very, very new. Hip hop is older than this shit, of how social media is affecting us and how people crave for validation. And as soon as when they see one little bad comment, it could fuck with them psychologically. So let's get back to, is she a bad mom? I think it's a bad decision, obviously, but I see where she's going with it. She's a fashion designer. She 29, so she's still young, but you 30, you at the wall damn near, or you getting close. You want to capitalize off your son. Obviously, he's a cute little handsome boy, so you want to capitalize off that. But we don't know what she's doing in the everyday life. So that's why I won't say, nah, she a bad parent. In my opinion, is it a stupid choice? Is it a bad decision? Yes, it is, to me. Could it be smart on the opposite end? Like, oh, if you're trying to get that one viral moment, obviously everybody's talking about it now because it's on, you Google it and it comes right up. And you know what I mean, she's probably going to get what she wants, which is the eyes for us to look at her, for us to talk about. But her every day, is she leaving them unattended? Is she, you know what I mean, not changing them, not feeding them, not, you know what I mean, not doing motherly things, making sure he bundled up properly when she take him out, making sure she holding his hand, or, you know what I mean, certain things. Like when you see moms, when I see it be little girls or boys walking with their parents, seem like they always be behind because kids walk slow. And it's like, well, all the shit that's going on in the street, stray bullets, unfortunately. Obviously, the 11-year-old girl in the Bronx, her funeral going to be on Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. I thought they caught the 15-year-old boy. They still looking for him. They caught the 18-year-old boy, so that's a little just correction. There be too much shit going on. Bikes on the sidewalk and all that. And I always look at women like, you know, with the kids, boy or girl, like, you know, hold your kids. Hold it with your hand. Because anything can happen. And, you know, I don't got small kids, but when I'm with my bros that have kids, they pointed out to me. So that's why I'd be like, he'd be like, damn, why she crossing the street? Or when we driving, I'd be like, yo, why you always be stopping like that? We got the right of way. He'd be like, nah, because the girl in the street or kids is always in the street. So he's super mindful. And that's a good thing. But everybody's not. Everybody just don't stop. I'm like, one day somebody gonna hit you from behind because you just stop, and you're like, yeah, but people just be crazy, especially with the kids. And he's right. So now I'm more conscious of it when I see them on the sidewalk, etc. It's like, yo, hold your kids. You know what I mean? Woo, woo, woo. But anyway, I'm not gonna cast that on her that she a bad parent. Let's get to this other topic though. Today my 8th day smoothie challenge. You know what I mean? Feeling energetic like a motherfucker. So I often quote my guy, Critical, rest in peace. You know what I mean? Bashir, he passed away in prison. I told the story. Go see the video on that. And I say he's the best rapper, dead or alive, that I heard. Obviously, he's unknown, so, you know, I got Nas and I got Hov, but, you know, unknown and all that, he definitely one of the best. I mean, if not the best. But anyway, he got a quote in one of his rhymes that go like, your house lead to all streets, and all streets lead to your house. So when you talk, you should watch your mouth. So it was coming out that 600 Breezy, who I never heard of before until today, when I was, you know, on YouTube looking for shit. And I guess apparently he ran down on Charleston White. You know what I mean? I'll say he sometimes he say stuff that could be a little shocking and amazing, and it's for shock value. Obviously, it's to get eyes on your channel. You know, it's to stay relevant. And he got a lot of fucking points. I kid you not. So I guess apparently he was talking shit about Von, King Von. You know what I mean? The rapper and shit. And I guess he said he was a demon, or I guess maybe he was quoting him. I guess because I'm not really a big fan of King Von. I don't really listen to his music, you know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm not intricate with the lyrics like that. But I guess what he was saying, Charles White, that is that in his music he was saying he a demon and he like killing. So he spoke about it. And I guess he was saying some negative shit about him. And, you know, he passed. So it's like, you know, you got to be real mindful. Obviously, you hear Kevin Samuels pass, you hear the K Slays, you hear the Jewels. We went through the Nipsey hustle, you know what I mean? Rest in peace to all of them, you know what I mean? And condolences to their family. Even, you know, obviously it's years later for Nip, you know what I mean? And some is still fresh. And you see people did this shit to the mural. You know, we see the story out of Chicago, unfortunately, speaking about kids and getting hurt and being at the wrong place at the wrong time because some fuck shit that their parents did. And, you know, the rapper out of Chicago, and I don't forget his name, and just like that, he's forgotten about. He wasn't nobody anyway, but I guess he was an on-and-come-up rapper or trying to be, drill music and shit. And his ops, you know what I mean, rolled up on him, not knowing or knowing his daughter was in the car with him, and shot the car up a whole bunch of times. And y'all know what happened. Unfortunately, she passed. He lived. And, you know, may Allah have mercy and give condolences to the family. And I'm not trying to be insensitive. But he was allegedly dancing on the grave, or one of his mans was pissing on the grave. And, you know, the disrespect for the dead is at an all-time high. For whatever reason, we living in the last days. That's really why it's happening. But anyway, I guess 600 Breezy is King Von Man, you know what I mean, or his cousin or whatever. So I don't know where they was at, but he rolled up on him, you know what I mean, like pulled up in the Benz, you know what I mean. Last week I was in my other Benz, like, yo, what's up, homie? You know what I mean, like, you talking shit about the homie? Woo 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 ah. And although no fisticuffs came, you know what I mean, and I think homie is his tall. I mean, Charleston White was making a joke about it, saying you know, he's 6'5", look like he should be playing linebacker or defensive end for one of these football teams, etc. You know what I mean? He like, but you know, I was gonna call the police. I wasn't gonna excuse me. I wasn't gonna fight the nigga. You know what I mean? I'm pretty much a senior citizen, so he was like kind of like playing and shit with it. And pretty much is he wrong for saying what he said about him? And then obviously with Kevin Samuels passing, and then B. Simone, you know, coming out talking about Martin Luther King. Like I said, there's a lot of dead disrespect going around that you see on the Queens with Cocktails or Cocktails with Queens. You know what I mean? When people are dead, should we not talk about them, or should we? Are they above being critiqued? You know what I mean? And obviously, people like Hitler and shit like that, people obviously say all type of shit because of the individual that he was, and obviously the destruction and the shit that he did to a certain particular community. So it's like, me personally, I'm not going to disrespect the dead. Piece of shit ass nigga, not a piece of shit ass nigga. You know what I mean? Well, obviously you're a piece of shit ass nigga. If you're not a piece of shit ass nigga or chick, then there's nobody really going to be talking bad about you anyway. But then I come to find out that even if you wasn't, somewhere, somehow, somewhere, some way, somebody is probably going to talk about you. Talk about you like a fucking dog. You know what? You're going to have other things to worry about, so it's not going to really be your issue. But the thing is for the people living, the families, the friends, etc. You never know who they are. And when you're on these channels, YouTube, Popovich TV, social media, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all that shit, and you talking your shit and you in your zone and you drinking, you know what I mean, or you smoking and you saying the most, you doing the mostest. You clapping your hands, my nigga, you know what I mean? Like she was doing the other day, straight clown, sprinkle some dirt on her. You know what I mean? She should be canceled. Some people agree with her, dare I say. Some people agree with Charleston White, that he was spitting destruction and that drill music was doing nothing but, you know what I mean, bringing people down, you know what I mean? Rapping about killing people. Some people are like, yeah, he rapped about killing killers. And I say like the Ghostface line, to kill one man or kill 10, it's all the same. Besides, they can only kill you once, and I'm being funny, but I'm not. All right, so you got guns, we got guns too. You kill people, we kill people. You're a bad person. But if you dead, am I going to get on social media or, you know what I mean, especially not social media. Now, we are talking amongst friends, amongst associates, comrades, etc., family, and y'all having personal discussions. Yeah, you may say your true feelings because it's not for the world to see. It's not for public consumption. And it's all for sale. It's not all for sale. You speaking on a personal level, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, that nigga was a piece of shit, or that nigga ratted, or, you know what I mean? He used to beat his baby moms, or nigga try to fuck my girl, or, you know, whatever you're saying. But once you get on social media and you put it out there for the public to hear it and listen to it and, you know what I mean, comment on it and have their opinion now or your opinion, then that's where you could be stepping, you know, over the line. And again, whether the people agree that he was a killer or not, if you're saying foul shit about him, you're gonna have people that love him still. You know what I mean? It's just like You have people that was locked up for murder. You know what I mean? I know some of them personally that call my phone every day or every other day. KO is one of them, and for murder. Stash is one of them, and for murder. You know what I mean? And they got life. And hopefully, you know what I mean, Stash should get overturned. Just spoke to him yesterday. Shout outs to my nigga Stash. Harlem, stand up. People may consider them bad people. You got people that just came home, gangster niggas that put a lot of niggas in the dirt. You know what I mean? From Harlem. People would consider them bad. But if they pass or while they was away and you saying you making your voice and your opinion heard, they still got family that still love them. That don't give a fuck if they killed somebody. So it's like, who are you? You talking about my family, you talking about my sister, talking about my aunt, talking about my brother. Now you may run into them. When you outside and niggas like we outside, you may run into a 600 breezy. And again, I don't know him. I don't know if he a rapper. I don't know nothing about him or, you know what I mean? But I know he fucked with King Von, so he ran down on him. Now the thing is too is like, you obviously, you know, more physical, you know, bigger than him and probably outweigh him, probably stronger than him. It probably won't be a match. You're probably gonna clean him. And that's to say, is it unfair? Because it's not like if you lose, you know, it's a lose-lose. Obviously, if he end up getting the best of you, then it's like, oh shit, Charleston White whipped that nigga ass bad, like knocked him out, and you got knocked the fuck out. Or if you whip his ass bad, stomp him out, kick him in the ribs, put feet to ass, then it's like, yeah, man, I mean, you know, I know you was talking crazy, but you don't have to do him like that. You're gonna get the flack from it. So my thing is, for me personally, on the channel, I ain't gonna never talk bad about people that's dead. You know what I mean? I'll just shut my mouth. And, you know, I'm told if you don't got nothing nice to say, don't say it anyway. Fuck is you running your mouth for? You know what I mean? About people that's dead, can't defend themselves. You know what I mean? That still got family that's living. But the thing is, again, when you die, are you above people talking about you? Now, privately, again, that's something different. But I'm talking about people like B. Simone, talking about people that's coming on, talking about Kev, talking about people that's coming on there, talking about, you know, Nipsey, you got tapes and all that, and you're trying to tarnish people's legacy and what people remember them for. And this is what I found interesting too, because obviously he got a lot of fans, King Von, that is. You know what I mean? I guess a lot of people is rocking with his music. People was like, we don't see him as a killer, even though he might have been a killer, because this is allegedly, maybe, kind of, sort of. We just know him for his music. We just love him for his music, the human side. So I can get that too. It's like, nah, you ain't see him pull a trigger. You ain't see him stand over nobody and put 6 in them. You know what I mean? Blow their fucking head off. You never seen that. He rapping about it, but there's a lot of rappers that's rapping about, you know what I mean, doing shit that we all know they're not doing. Some of them never did it. Some of them never sold. That's like 50 Cent. That's why rappers always confusing their rhyme, talking about they dealt with bricks, but they only dealt with dimes. Like, come on, see them in the street, say they got a fast car, NASCAR. Just pull up, see them in the stock. I just laugh, Paul. Like, come on, like we know they lying, and they faking it till they make it. I think if you don't have nothing nice to say, you should just be quiet. Because you could run into somebody that don't give a fuck if you older, if you're smaller, if you're right. It's like people don't give a fuck if you're right. Like, yo, you were speaking all facts, but that's my mans. And that's my mans in them. And so when I see you, I'm going to do you dirty. You know what I mean? I'm going to try to hurt you. That you have to be careful too. That's why when you on these platforms and you running your mouth and you got to go out into the streets in the real life, you might run into somebody, a fan or anybody, like, yeah, I heard you talking crazy about woo, woo, woo. And you looking like, now, I mean, you see Kanye West, they say he had somebody, but who knows if homie did it on his own or not. Ran down on D.L. Hughley at dinner with his wife and his family. Like, what you say, my nigga? like some people don't got no filter and they don't give a fuck where it's at. It's like on site, termination on site, TSO. You know what I mean? Terminate on site. Oh, no, it's TOS. Terminate on site. You sitting down there at the juice bar, you know what I mean, having drinks and shit, and yeah, somebody roll up in there and all of a sudden it's on and popping inside the juice bar because you running your mouth crazy. Do it, make it right. Are you on Charleston White side? Are you on 6 Breezy side? He gave him a pass, if you will, a gentleman's pass, like, yo, I ain't gonna do nothing to you now. This is on the channel that I seen it on. Academic, by the way. I seen an academic channel. Big Ack. Big Ack. Now, shout out to him. He always come with the exclusive stories. Obviously, he's well connected. Are you on his side or are you on Six Breezy's side? Do you respect the fact that he gave him a pass, or you more like, nah, you was talking all that shit when you see him, you should have did something. Fuck you give him a pass for, and why you wait till the next time? Like, you know what I mean? But Charleston White did say he had a whole bunch of jury on Six Breezy, so he didn't want to do nothing. I don't know if he was being funny or not, cause you know he a funny motherfucker. You know what I mean? With that said, I ain't gonna say. I'm gonna say I won't. I ain't gonna say I agree with Charleston White or I don't agree with him. I'll say like a lot of the music is detrimental. And Kendrick Lamar said that on the damn album at the end of the DNA song. Like hip hop has done more detriment to the black community than probably any other thing that we experienced since we've been over here in America. Hip hop is definitely, you know, it plays a down spiral for the community. And obviously drill music is one of the new trending things. You know what I mean? Last thing though, real quick before we get out of here, you know what I mean? Story, obviously, it's like this. The subway in New York City is becoming very, very dangerous, and I see people are catching on more. I seen a news clip spin on News One. One of the ladies like, I don't even look at my phone no more. I don't have the headphones in my ears. I'm full alert, and I think we all should be like that because it's too much when you down and you on the train and doo-doo, somebody get in and do something crazy. Now, obviously, if you're in the wrong place at the wrong time and it's your time to go, it's nothing you can do about it. So while you here, you should think about right when you out of here, when your record deal, video out of here, Mercedes Benz, Range Rover, all that shit out of here. You should think about it because just like that, you could be out of here. Be vigilant. Be vigilant on the train, on the subway, on the bus, on the street. You never know because there's so much shit going on. But now, like I said, it's like already when they speak into existence or they start saying this is what we're going towards, you already hearing some of the regular civilians, rightfully so, because they follow the rules. They're not the lawbreakers. They're not brandishing guns. They're not doing shit. They, for the most part, following the rules. You hearing them saying, well, if I got to give a little bit of my liberties up to be safe, meaning like, damn, why should I have to go in the train and go through a metal detector and have my bags and all that searched? And, you know, I could have tampon in there. I could be on my menstrual. I could have, you know what I mean? Like, whatever you may have in there. You may have some, you know what I mean? Well, butt is kind of being legal now. But just whatever you got in there. You might have whips and chains and wraps, my, you know what I mean? All of a sudden, police going through your shit and all that. And they, you know, it's a freak ass thing. Like when you're going through the airport and they opening and you on one of those weekend trips and you getting flown out. And you got the dildo and all that in there, and you got the balls, and you ready to, you know what I mean, turn up. They don't care. They're like, nah, I'd rather safety. I'd rather go into the public, I mean, you know, public transportation and be safe. I don't care if I got to go through a metal detector. I'm a law-abiding citizen. It don't bother me. That's why you often hear, you know, regular people, they don't mind when the police presence is around. They don't have no problem with it. It's only the criminals and people that's doing shit they don't got no business doing. Like, damn, beat walkers always over here. Beat walkers always walking through. They don't be in them other neighborhoods. Yeah, they not in the other neighborhoods because no fuck shit is going on. The fuck shit is happening here. In fact, we just see also on News One real quickly before I get out of here. You see a dude snatching a 90-year-old lady purse. She was walking with a walker, and he come up behind like a little fucking snake in the grass, little snake, weasel. Sneaks up behind her and grab it from the walker and then, you know, run off. Luckily, she didn't fall or nothing like that, or he didn't hit her. You know what I mean? Ran off. They got a little picture because there's cameras everywhere. Hope they catch him, throw him to the wolves. Like, you know what I mean? You that desperate for crack, go pack some bags or whatever drug you on. Go pick up some cans. Go on a hunt, as my Uncle Jay used to say, and I used to go with him. Shout out to my Uncle Jay. Showed me the whole New York fucking train system when we used to go on some of these hunts. You know what I mean? These different places. You'd be surprised what you find in the garbage. And that's no knock. That's just what it is. That's part of my upbringing. Just what we used to do. And that's how I learned some in New York City. Going with him. Bored in the house, sitting in the house, I'm bored in the house. Bored in the house, and I'm in the house bored like, yo, Tony. You know what I mean? Tony. There was no other way. That's my nickname. You want to come with me? Sure, let's get the fuck about this house and let's go on the hunt. And we used to go on the hunt, go get cans and shit, find VCRs, find all type of shit, and then go to the Yankees and the Mets games. Like, you know what I mean? That's what we used to do sometimes. But it's a lot of other things you can do besides snatching 90-year-old lady purses, bro. Like, so hopefully they catch him. Put them on the Rikers Island, you know what I mean, on the chow line, and you'll get that one box of Rice Krispies and them 4 slices of bread with that bum-ass jelly that they give you in the morning. And hopefully you don't be one of the people that die on Rikers. They dying on Rikers, right? Rikers ain't the place, and it's starting to get hot. There's no air conditioning on Rikers Island. You talking about the walls are sweating up north. It's so hot on Rikers Island. Then that stinkness from the water when you pass over the bridge to get there start coming through the woo. Rikers Island is a tough place to be, boy. I tell you, you won't be smiling on Rikers Island. That's a Coochie rap reference. Justice for the old lady. You know what I mean? And yeah, be mindful when you out and about in New York or whatever big city you from, because it can happen in any borough at any time. You already know what it is. It's your boy, Popovich. Y'all was just tuned in to my show, Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling. Back up in here one more again. Yeah, kid.